Folks, think about, this is part 2, by the way. Folks, think about inflation and the cost of things and what's going to happen over time. We're in a position right now, and it's February, March 2023. Market has decreased. A lot of pre-construction condos have not come on the market this year because prices have come down, and the profit margin has slipped to a point where it doesn't make sense to develop. But what's going to happen in the future? Are these projects never going to come out? No, they have to wait until the market resets itself and prices start to come back so that there's enough margin to go in. Okay. Now, do we really think the cost of pre-construction is going to go down forever? It doesn't make sense. Okay. And I'll tell you why. We have market value. Your home where you live in your residential neighborhood has market value, and that market value is based on what other properties that are similar might sell for in the neighborhood. Right? Very simple. It's called comparable analysis. In pre-construction, it does not work that way. Everything's on a per square foot price. Okay? The cost of a pre-construction condo is the land value, the construction cost, the soft costs, stick in all the taxes and government charges, and then slap on the profit of 7 to 13%. That's how you price a condo. Could you get more than profit than that? Sure. But what happens if the average price of this condo in this particular building, that unit right there, okay, is $750,300? What happens if soft costs go up by 3%? Guess what's going to happen to the price of that condo unit? It's going to go up by 3%. What happens if lumber went up 8% last month? They have to pay 8% more for lumber. What's going to happen to the cost of that unit? Guess what? That 8% cost of lumber is going to get spread across every unit, and that unit might go up by a couple $1,000 or $1,000 or $500, whatever it is. Okay? What happens if a new tax is added? Right? Is the developer going to make less margin? No. The margin is going to stay the same because that's what's necessary to make the development worth it. What's going to happen is the cost of the building is going to go up. Okay? So the push on pricing, on square foot pricing, especially in Toronto, but across Ontario, is mostly driven not by profit, and mostly on the other items you see here. Land value increasing, the cost of construction, materials, labor, all that kind of stuff increasing, the cost of soft costs increasing, and more taxes increasing. The profit margins have stayed the same. The profit margins have stayed the same. It's very, very important to realize that. So when the market comes back and that profit margin goes back up to where it needs to be, you'll see more units come online, okay? And the pre-construction market will set itself, okay? And the final thing to note is that it's going to come back. It has to. Think about it. We talked about this already in the part 1 of this video. Who's making the most money here? Is it the government or is it the developer? The developer wants to develop because that's how they make money. But the government wants to develop because A, we need more housing. We all know that conversation. And B, they're making all the money. They're making 150 grand off that just one unit. There's 200 units in this building. They're making more money than the developer. They don't want this nice money wagon to stop. Okay, they need the development, A, to house all the people that we have coming to Ontario, and B, to keep this money flow going. Okay, follow the money. You know that trick. Talk soon, everyone.